And that is the reason why I wanted to make this in English. मैंने लिखा है कुछ तो मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ तो कॉर्पोरेट का आदमी है कोई फंडर है तो लाके दे दे. I was looking at her from the picture से and I was listening to what she was doing and suddenly I looked at Joe. I said, my God, she's like bang on, bro. मैं हर साल अपना नाम ढूंढता रहा.
So finally you got it.
It was crazy because once you do a film and once it's a hit and you have these every year there's an award function and you're looking for nomination list and you're not finding. तो एक साल हुआ, 2 साल हुआ, 3 साल. So almost for 5 years consecutively I never found my name. After that I gave up. The audience appreciation नहीं होता है तो you feel कि यार मैंने acting किया, मेहनत किया. It was the toughest scene of my whole film, which was my first scene which Bhatt Saab shot and I really was very angry with him. Aashiqui was actually a friendship film between me and Rahul. We actually became friends.
Oh.
The bond is even till today. I love the boy.
Hi, this is Iulia Vantur and you're watching PunjabKesari.com.
Hi, this is Deepak Tijori and watch us on PunjabKesari.com.
Hello, today we have two very beautiful guests with us. The first one, our first guest is a veteran actor who has had like 35 years long successful career in the cutthroat Hindi film industry and he's a name synonymous to 90s Bollywood. Please welcome writer, director, actor Deepak Tijori sir. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And our second guest, she is relatively new. But तभी भी उनको 10 साल हो चुके हैं इंडस्ट्री में, almost a decade. She has become very much the homie girl, the true blue Mumbaiker, and we welcome the very pretty singer, performer, actor Iulia Vantur ma'am. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And so yeah, let's begin. Okay, so coming to your film Echoes of Us, it's a beautiful story. I think I just read about it, the synopsis, very much embedded in the current contemporary complexities of human emotion and beautiful love story. So how did you come up with that idea, sir?
Well, practically there were two selfish reasons. One was to carve something for myself as an actor, which would probably be kind of telling everybody that this is what I want to be doing, this is what I look like, and if there is something in this space, then I would want to be a part of it as an actor.
I think that's a brilliant idea. I mean, that is something which we should utilize. Obviously.
So that was one of the selfish reasons, but at the same time it was meant to be, I wanted to be consciously making it one as a relationship based film, and that is the reason why I wanted to make this in English, because I just did not want to make this short film as another typical short film which we have. I don't know how many thousands of short films we've made, and we made them in our own Hindi language, and we have pitched ourselves as a foreign language film to various festivals. Because it's a relationship based film, I think relationships are universal. Love is universal, whether it is a French love story or an Indian love story or an American love story, because relationships or man-woman relationship don't really change much. And that is the reason why I thought that it has to be global, and for that reason I consciously, because I basically being an Indian, I put myself in a relationship with a woman who is not from India. And that is where Kate happens, So the relationship eventually was consciously done so that, we can go and pitch ourselves and portray ourselves as not just as an outside, as a foreign language film, but a proper short film which is coming out of India. That's about it.
So, अगर मैं story की बात करूँ sir, तो जैसे कि when you were writing it, first of all, how do you think of, her playing the role? And secondly, also,
what was in your head?
And secondly, is there any, kind of your own experience that you took from your own life and put it in the film, like ऐसा कुछ है, कुछ connection आपके अपने life से?
ऐसा कोई connection तो वैसे ही नहीं है.
You're not going home.
No, but that's never been the case. But at the same time, I mean, she coming in this film has been completely a journey, because I would start from the time that I wrote this, and I was sitting like, a duck waiting for something to happen, because it's not so easy in today's time to find somebody who would fund a short film. So it was my first ever short film that I wrote, and I wanted to make this. And I was waiting, and I bumped into Joe. Joe was a recent, kind of a friend who we used to bump into each other, meet here and there. And one fine evening when we were sitting, and he said कि क्या कर रहा है आजकल? मैंने बोला यार मैंने लिखा है कुछ, तो मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ, तू कॉर्पोरेट का आदमी है, कोई फंडर है तो लाके दे दे, या तो बोलता है, he said कि क्या है वो, मेरे को what do you want to do? I said I want to act. I don't want to do anything besides that. I said I just want to act. So he says, okay, if I like it, you make me hear it, I'll direct and you act. And he's been a director for a couple of years. He's made some wonderful film. So I said, I narrated to him and he just liked the idea very much. And from there, actually, the journey of Echoes of Us, being a short film, remained a short film, but it became a big film. Because his vision really changed everything. Because starting exactly from Kate. You know, because the Kate for me, when I was planning, it had to be somebody who's just one of these actresses who we have coming from abroad who are sitting here and waiting for some work to happen. So it could just probably be an English film with another foreigner. But then when he came in, he said, no, he says, this is not how it is supposed to be, you know, let me decide. So I said, okay. I said, fine, you have in mind? She said, yeah, I have someone in mind. And then he popped up with this name. And I was like laughing. I said, yeah, hoga nahi yaar. What's the point of, you know, doing this? But he said that, no, I'm going to give it a shot. I said, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And I was expecting that he's going to be dejected. I was going to be dejected with it. But
so can I reject Deepak Tijori?
No, but fortunately the script was liked by the company that we offered, and then Shamira, who's now our associate producer, so she took it to her, and then eventually, you know, we have her on board. So things completely changed because once she said yes to it, then this film became a serious cinema for Joe and for me. Okay, now we have
a big project.
Yeah, it's now a project now. You know, so actually it became a project because from a small little film with a small family of people going and shooting somewhere in Panvel or in Panchkini, it suddenly started that she coming in and the stylists coming in, and then the whole journey of where to shoot, and then Joe saying, let's go to Sri Lanka. So then Sri Lanka being a place, we land up in Colombo, and from there we go, because there's an important part of the film is the villa.
The house.
The house, because the house actually becomes a character.
It's one of the characters.
Yeah. So that is the reason why he understood this whole thing, and he says, no, we cannot just do it anywhere. You know, this because it's a very royal kind of a film. And I think that is exactly where, you know, he had seen this place years ago, and he just said, let's go there. So he actually sent people to do Reiki, take pictures, come back. So that doesn't happen in short film, let me tell you that.
And so, then we drove and it was a very narrow road, and we were wondering, where are we going? Does he even know where we're going?
Yeah, we used to be.
So how was your experience? Like, did you audition, because that's such a word now, or you were just on board?
I think my audition happened when the rehearsals happened, right? I found out later on.
No, we never could think of auditioning her.
I know, yeah.
So obviously, you know, see, the story was like this, that, you know, when she said yes to it, we were all very fine with it. But I have never known her to be an actor, and nor has Joe, because, you know, we know that she's a performer, she's a singer. So acting is a different ball game, boss. So I was prepared for a nuclear bomb to come on the day. Saying that, yaar, ye to sab popat ho gaya, gadbad ho gaya. So I said, I was waiting for it. I said, okay, first scene karte hain. So I was standing behind and she was in the front and Joe was sitting that side. And when she started, it was, her back was on my face, and I was a little far, and I was noticing from the body language and the way she started off. Remember that first scene that you did? We were there in front, and I was Shamira and everybody were there, and Joe was right in my eyesight. So I was looking at her from the pictures and I was listening to what she was doing, and suddenly I looked at Joe. I said, my God, she's like bang on, bro. So he said, yeah, this is
got your
so, you know, this was like an icing. So what's important, it is important that you cast right.
True.
Most importantly, the performer has to do and deliver the stuff and react as good as you are. Otherwise, the whole scene and the whole film will fall flat. So that was the first achievement which we realized, that this movie is going in the correct angle.
But what would you have done if I wouldn't have been performed? I'm curious to know what you would have done.
Yeah, probably I have no idea, because there was no second option that we were looking at, you know. So maybe it was ये है ना कि हम लोगों ने अगर ले लिया है और अगर कोई नहीं कर पाता है, मारो सोटी से करो, come on, do it. So because that was the only thing, because she was absolutely perfect in the way she looks. the elegance that she brings in, the royalty that she brings in. So that was the biggest achievement. So half the battle, always Bhatt Sahab told me first thing when I became a director, me and Pooja, I remember, he said, never just get into casting your friends. Always look at the 50% of the achievement is when you cast right. So look at the character. If the character looks right, rest you can achieve on while you are performing, while you are rehearsing, while you are practicing. But you can't change the look of the person. So that was the first thing, because we were both absolutely bang on that she is absolute Kate.
Yeah.
You know, so I was completely excited with that fact that okay, half the battle is won. Now the rest is all depending upon how she takes it further. And she was like killing it completely. So the first day, I had a very good sleep. I said, now I'm done with my part. Because
it's all going,
it's all going
the way
correct.
we imagined.
And that is how I think so. But she coming in added so much more value, because the music came in because of her. The songs came in because of her. Because we wanted to name, and then the vision of Joe started going a little more wilder, saying that, yeah, bro, we can, enhance this, and because we are known to be Bollywood. So if we are going international, so what we'll teach them, we'll tell them that Bollywood is just not about singing and dancing. It also is about emoting while singing. It's also about emotions while singing. So that is how it's beautifully brought in this film. And you won't feel that this is, I say, out of the blue aa gaya.
So I'll just take my questions a little faster, because we're running short of time. So now it speaks well in volumes, because both of you are nominated for Best Actor and Actress category, and I think it was long overdue, especially for you. So do you think that it was long overdue? And
No.
This time also, like, you had to write something for yourself. You had to place yourself in a character which you want to see yourself as.
Yeah,
क्योंकि वो आया नहीं था.
but the difference,
so is it a sad reality?
Yeah, but the difference was that I did not want to nominate myself, get to a nomination level. That was not the intention. The intention was to present myself to my local Indian directors or my whoever is watching this, that see me like this and give me something which is like this. That's about it. But getting nominated was given up past years ago. It was not something which was on the cards at all. But yes, it was like a completely an overwhelming journey, because the first call that comes from Joe and he says that you're nominated, bro. I was like, let's not just joke about it anymore, because वो बहुत दुखती रह गया है.
तो वो आपको मतलब एक तो लगता था, क्योंकि back to the days of Aashiqui, like so many, and you were a name. I think आप उनसे भी शायद जो लीड रोल करते थे, उनसे भी ज्यादा बिजी शायद आप होते होंगे उस टाइम पे.
हाँ, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकली स्पीकिंग इसी वजह से मैं हर साल अपना नाम ढूंढता रहा.
हाँ. So finally you got it.
It was crazy, because once you do a film and once it's a hit, and you have these every year there's an award function and you're looking for nomination list and you're not finding. तो एक साल हुआ, 2 साल हुआ, 3 साल. So almost for 5 years consecutively I never found my name. After that I gave up, because I said कि अभी कोई फायदा नहीं है देख के. So then
you haven't given up.
I didn't give up, because what happened was I shifted my gear not expecting. So I stopped looking at the list anymore. I don't want to know now whether anybody nominated or I'm nominated or not. So even when Gulam whatever happened, or Vastav that happened, people appreciated, loved it, but I never looked for any nomination at that time as well. So point being that I had gone past that stage. So this nomination coming from LA, and now all of us are nominated, just not me. She's nominated, I'm nominated, Joe is nominated, and the film is nominated. So it's just like something so beautiful is happening to this, and we're just loving it, because every performer looks for appreciation one way or the other. Why do we perform? Why do we perform? For a reason. So whether it is a singer, as an actor, or even a play person, the audience appreciation नहीं होता है, तो you feel कि यार क्या यार मैंने acting किया, मेहनत किया. So that is where I think so उस वक्त नहीं हुआ, लेकिन अब हुआ. I'm fine with it. It's a matter of
I mean, the struggle is still there, you mean to say, but abhi you are looking forward for newer
I'm looking for good work as an actor, as playing my age. I want to do work which would mean depth to the characters that I have not done in the past. I have been a frivolous actor then. मेरे को किसी ने कुछ बोला, somebody said that do this, and I would do it, not thinking the actual pauses that an actor needs to use them in their favor, and the whole intonations, how you have to perform. It was more like that time I used to act not really realizing that, you can enhance your performance as a dubbing artist. Remember if I was telling you? This, I learnt it over a year. Over the years, that you can do so much more to being an actor nowadays. In India, we have dubbing facilities which we don't have over there. And plus now the cinema has changed. Now we've been, obviously we've been watching De Niro's and Pacino's doing main lead roles even at this age, like Interns and stuff like that. Wonderful films. Meryl Streep doing main roles. So there is cinema like that over the world. So why not here? And this
the change is happening even here.
So which is what is beautiful, that we see a Gajraj Rao, we see an Irfan Khan who became what God he became. So I think that is where this whole ambition of also being an actor came back, and the fire that came back, and I said, no, now I want to do something, and I want to do some good work. So I did one film, Itar, which is going to come September, October, which is a matured film. And again, Echoes of Us is going to underline. I hope we all get to see it here.
Yeah. So thank you so much. And I think we had a lovely conversation and we enjoyed. Yes, of course, we ran short on time, but hopefully Echoes of Us will reach more and more milestones, and we'll get to see a lot of other work from both of you. Wishing you the very best, and hope to do an elongated interview pretty soon.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.